Hey everybody, this is Dustin from California Roof Specialist. So I wanted to show you today we're working on our 2017 reflection. It's a 297 RS RT model, and I wanted to show you what it's in here for. So this unit came in, and what I wanted to show you is it ended up having some impact damage, but also wanted to point out a couple other things on it. You can see where it had some impact damage to the entry door. It did some impact damage to the compartment door, and then it also damaged the actual awning. So they clipped the awning and ended up having to remove it. I guess they left it on the side of the road. So anyways, be careful when you're traveling with your units. And I just wanted to give you a quick shot of something that's in here in the shop getting some repairs. So one of the things that we do when the unit's in the shop is we give it what's called a free exterior evaluation. That's where we come around and we're checking stuff. You know, we're looking at like the safety chains, we're looking at the 7-way cable, we're looking at the propane covers, the lines, the tanks. We're looking to see how many batteries they have. And this one, he only has one. The condition of the batteries, the straps, the boxes, the connections. We're looking at body sealants, seeing if the body sealants are okay, if they're dried out, or if they need to be resealed. We're looking at the decals to see if there's any issues with the decals. We're looking at all the little things too. Like as you can see, the entry door holdback, it's broken and it's cracked. Obviously, again, the door had some impact damage, but these cracks were there prior to that damage. Again, this is a reflection. It's a 297 RSTS, and it's a 2017 model. So, you know, we're checking stuff like the fender skirts. Are they cracked? Is anything coming loose? And as you can see, this one's cracked quite a bit, you know, in a number of locations. So pretty soon he's gonna need to replace that before it ends up flying off in transit and cause some damage to somebody else. You know, we're looking for things like, did they install screen covers on the bottom of the refrigerator and on the top, which they did? Is there stuff on the water heaters? Is there stuff on the, you know, furnaces? Just things to protect them. You know, in just a minute, I'm gonna go up on the roof. We did notice that the camera is the original fake camera that's not installed. So we like to recommend that you put a camera on the back of it. You know, we're looking for things that have been discolored. Again, any body sealant lines that are coming loose. Sometimes they'll look like they're adhered, but they're not. They're just kind of laying there like a cuticle on a fingernail. This fender skirt so far on this side seems to be a lot better shape. So what I would guess on the other side is that there's something that's loose, either the bracket or something like that. Now here's a good one. His furnace, he's got the screen covers, but if you look and you see how discolored the door is, that's a tattletale of him taking it through like truck washes, and it's drying out the paints, the decals, the fiberglass, the roof sealants, and so on. And we're gonna go look at that in a minute. It's got the wrong size of screen cover on the water heater door. You know, we just basically give it a complete look over, you know, in case they're here for something else, like, hey, I wanna install a solar panel, but my whole roof and body needs to be resealed. Well, obviously we wanna tell them about that stuff first so they don't end up having any damage. Okay, so we went ahead and got up on the roof, and I've already walked the roof, and I gotta say, this is one of the first ones that I've been up on in a while where the sealants have actually looked really good considering the year of the coach. So I don't know if the owners had it resealed or not before. I can kind of suspect a little bit. And when I say I think maybe it's been overlaid, is you can see the older height in the product material here, but then it's thinner here. So I think it was overlaid at one time, but it looks in really good shape. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. You need to keep the roof and the roof sealants clean. This is gonna be a Maxi Air fan that has the brackets for a vent that needs to be installed. I would recommend, because of the age of it, again, it's a 2017. So they've added an aftermarket King Dome satellite or King Control. You can see on the skylight, see how this side of the skylight's a little bit more brighter? and this side's a little bit more yellower. Well, that's from the sun doing its number to it. So again, recommend that they start using the 303 protection. Same thing with the vents are starting at this color. The plumbing vents are starting to this color, and as well as the TV antenna. Might be a good idea later down the road to upgrade to an omnidirectional, like a Winegard 360. But overall, everything looks really good. All the sealants are good. The corners are all seamed up good. The insert moldings on the side seams were in good shape still. You can see where some tree branches or something have brushed up against it at one time. But overall, looking at the general condition of it, everything's in good shape. It just needs to be cleaned and have some UV protectants added to it. Something else I wanted to talk about too is it looks like the owners came up here and purchased some screen material and has zip tied it to it to prevent, wasps and stuff from getting inside. As you can see, it's coming loose already, and he's already lost it on this side. So I can't say whether I'm a big fan of that or not. It's a great idea, but if you were in a situation where you had a lot of leaves dropping, or if you're standing full time, I'd be worried that it could, suck those up against the vents and cause damage or cause the unit to overheat. So I recommend not doing this. So just to follow up, the unit's really not in bad shape, other than they have that impact damage and the awnings damaged. Roof needs to be cleaned. Some stuff needs to be UV coated. There's some stuff on the body seals that need to be touched up. There's some minor stuff, some decal damage and fender skirts and stuff like that, but that's kind of all expected. After all, it is 5 going on 6 years old. So, I would recommend that they start keeping up on the wax a little bit more as well, and then make sure that they're just servicing everything. So hopefully you like this, and stay tuned for some more.
Hey, don't click off just yet. I've linked some other videos for you to see what's in the shop. Thank you so much for watching.